Hi YouTube, this is Gibbo Tech. Today we're going to have a look at the top 10 coolest water tricks I think that you could do at home. So just a bit bored at home, some holidays, what should you do? I know, do some water tricks. So number one, we've got the plastic bag, paper bag, just sandwich bag, and you put water in it. Now, ideally, you put some sticks into it and it shouldn't pop, it should just go straight through. Look at that. Boom. We'll do another one. See if we can do 5. It's like a game. You could play this as a game. Who pops it first? Look at this. Just put that back. Okay, let me get the other stick. And then go. Definitely don't want to be doing the blunt end. And you put it in all the way. Look at that. Now, can anyone tell me down in the comments, how does this work? Keeping all the water in. How does this work? Okay, number 1. Moving on to number 2. So the next one is actually quite a well-known one. So what you do is you get some milk and you put some pepper in it, or you could put food colouring or anything that you can visibly see. So then you get some, you put it in the milk, you put it in like a little container. This is like a little creme brulee, whatever. And then you get your finger, you dip it in. Well, as you can see, nothing really happens there. We'll just dip some more pepper in. But if we put soap onto our finger, rub the soap, and go like this, look, can you see that? Watch this. It just completely disperses and it spreads out, almost like in a bath with bubbles or something. That's the best analogy. Oh, now my fingers absolutely smell disgusting. Move on to number 3. Here we have a little experiment to actually show you the density of liquids. So density actually means how light or how heavy another liquid is compared to another. So if we put you right there, and then if we actually get, this is just extra virgin olive oil. So you could get this from your supermarket. Most of you would probably have it at home. We get a cup full of water, and when we pour this in, it's like a lava lamp at first, and then as you watch it settle, and you watch it sort of go to the sides and start almost popping. I know it almost seems green. Put you under there. Ooh. Ooh, that smell. Ooh. And here we can see the actual direct split between these. So we can clearly see what is lighter and what is actually heavier, judging by what stays on top and what actually goes to the bottom. If we further go on to this experiment, we can get some juice, double strength, and pour this in. Oh. You can actually see a mix. So this is actually mixing. So this is a different experiment, and you can actually see the oil still on top. It hasn't changed, and it will not mix. Moving on to experiment 4. Here we have another experiment. Basically what you want to do is you want to get one glass that hasn't got much water in, so about halfway, maybe more than halfway, and you want to get something that's going to float, so something like a cap, a screw, a clip, and something like that. And what you want to do is you could do this as a challenge or a game with your friends or mates. Secretly, you know how to do it. You want to say, how can you get this cap in the middle without it going like this? Boom, like that, moving. Oh, just you like this. You're like, oh, and it goes to the side. And then you're like, oh, I know, wow, I know how. You might not, but yeah, I know. So you want to get it, and what you want to do, you want to actually get a cup. There's a lot of water in, and tip it all the way until it's almost bulging, until the water is almost just dripping out like that. And now you can actually see once it sets, and there we have it. It's in the middle. It's not going to go to the sides, and if it does, it comes back, and it's simply just staying in the side. It's not being forced to go to any other sides, and it is that simple. This is a great one with your friends, family, and I very much suggest doing this. Moving on to the next one. So this is one that you might not have heard of. So you actually get a frying pan or something, support it like that, and wait for it to get hot. And you get some water, like just water. Don't measure it. Just go with it. Okay. So just some water. As you can see, oh, it evaporates. Wow. Does it get smaller? Yay! Little smiley face. Yeah. So this is actually a trick. You're going to do. Oh, it's boiling. That's a nice sign. Nice. Getting some heat there. Be careful with this. Make sure you've got some supervision. Supervision? Did I just say that right? It sounds like a superhero sort of supervision. I have supervision. It's quite nice. Quite nice ring to it. Just chatting rubbish. Who likes Haribos? I do. So you want to wait for it to a little bit more, and I will play this when it's even hotter. Alright, so this is about release. So you're going to wait for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then you can either drop it on, use a little medicine thing, or whatever they call them. And what you want to do, you just want to apply it like that. Can you see that? Bouncing around, making this one alpha. Boom. Get some more. We go. Just one drop. Boom. Can you see them? Can you see them just moving about? They're just completely free. Look at that. Can you see that? It's like a transparent slug. And if you just put it in the middle, watch this. So you think that's pretty big, it's like that game. What's it called? Aguario. I don't know. And it's like making that the biggest snake. If you know that, put down in the comments. Okay, so we just get another one. All right, let's just chuck it in. Oh my god. Okay, let me just turn it off there, because safety, keeping the safety, keeping it real. There you go. Calm down. But can you see that? It's formed. It's just amazing. Okay, so we'll go on to the next experiments in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this one is very simple. All you've got to do is you've got to get a wine glass or something that's going to have a round rim. So it could even be that, or in fact, it could. What the hell's that? It could be that. Seriously, what is that? Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so then you want to get a t-shirt, any t-shirt, as long as it's pretty thin, you don't mind getting wet. Now you go like this with the t-shirt. Back in the middle, put your fist in the t-shirt, simple as that. Just like that, we're just going to go, God, I have my fingers there, I'm pretty sure I've just broken one, never mind. Simply put your fist in, you should end up with something similar to this. Okay, so we've got this. A bit creepy with the eye there. Anyways, let's put you back down there. Okay, so then we get some water. We can either have this water, or we can in fact fill it up because we need 3/4 water. So we put it in and do there. Now wait a little bit. You want to wait because what's going to happen? What's happening right now is a method called the filtration method. So all that water is actually getting through that t-shirt and filtered, basically almost just, I don't know how, it's very easy. This happens very common. This is a very common event. It happens a lot without people realising. Okay, so now we're gonna pull it back until there's almost no creases, no wrinkles. It's like a baby. That sounds so creepy. Just like that, should be no water drops, and there isn't, yay. Okay, so now what you want to do is all the water's in there. You want to hold it like this. Now, what's happened here is that there's no wrinkles. Now we're going to do a really quick move. We're just going to go, boop, flip it over, going to put pressure. We're applying pressure, and you can see some drops, but we're applying pressure to make sure there's no drops. It's like our hand is covering this whole rim. We're making sure no water comes out. We're still making sure no water comes out. Keeping that pressure. God, this is like a workout video. I'm like, keep that pressure. 10 to 5. Yay. Anyway, keep it there. Keep it upside down. Keep it still. And there we have it. There we go. Can you see that? No, of course you can't, because there is no water dripping. Go like, can you hear that? Yes, you can. Go like this, go like that. Go like, oh, be like, I'll be, it's simple. I'm just like this. Oh, drip, oh, I know. Oh, sorry, I'm having too much fun. Anyway, next video, please. Okay, so this experiment's actually really simple. All you got to do is you got to get a cup of water and a cup with no water in, just a penny or 2 pence, whatever. As long as there's a coin, you want to put it to the rim and step back until you just can't see it. So you can see it there. Okay, now you can't see it. It's still there. I'm taking it out. This isn't magic, science. Okay, so now we get the water, pour it in. Can't see it. Now you can see it. So actually what's happening here is that light is actually refracting, which means that if light's going in like this, it's coming out like this. So you can actually see this light differently because of the water. It's being refracted. And I'm not going to be creepy and say it after me, but let's move on to the next experiment. Okay, so with this trick, you're going to need supervision. Drop down. You're going to need a can with a bit of water in. You're going to need some tongs, and you're going to need cold water. Oh, and you're not going to need that fly that's on my leg. So, with the can, we put it onto the stove. I'm not just going to mind this. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, so that's all. So you need to put a bit of water in the can. And what you can see in a minute is the water actually evaporating, but that's not actually the trick. Let's actually have a look at that water evaporating. We turn this up. There you go. There's water in there. I can see it, but I don't know if you guys can. Get it? Can. And we'll put that down for the pun to actually get excruciated. So what we're going to do is actually really crush the can. I know these tongs have actually already pretty crushed the can, but we're going to just completely obliterate it. Fingers crossed, because I've actually already done this and it didn't work. Not gonna lie, that was worrying. Okay, so you're gonna wait for about 30 seconds. I'm gonna take it off. And there it is. Boom. Can you see that? Can you see that? Look, and as you can see, it was really tight. Now, it just comes off. Now, don't make sure you get rid of your tongs, because they are going to be hot. You can grab your can, make sure it's not by the bottom, and have a look at that. Now that is completely messed up. That is completely obliterated by that, by the heat and by the overload of particles, I would have thought. In fact, you can even see the steam coming off the water. It's quite a sight, it really is. So let's go on to our next experiment. Wow, that is something, isn't it? Look at that. Okay, so this is actually another trick. This is basically making objects in reverse. Now, you might have seen this with an arrow, but I've just found a cup, an England cup, because that, if you can't tell by my accent, is where I come from. Can't tell, definitely got something wrong with you. So, when we pour this, notice what happens to the flag. Bit weird, eh? So it's not only has it enlarged, but if we move this cup back, what happens to it? Definitely weird. And what you can actually tell is it's gone actually backwards. So if we get more water, just a little bit more, top it up. That's what I love about science, it's just about being creative. You can actually see at a certain point it does go backwards. You can see there. What does that even say? Look, you can see the E there. But when you move it to here, you can just see the England again. England. Move it back. Oh, some weird effects. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's questioning me. Look at that, definitely weird. And this is because of water refracting and the light being bent. No dirty-minded comments in the comments. Thank you. Okay, so we're here and this is our last trick, science experiment. What you got to do is you've got to get 3 eggs, 3 cups and some salt. Got to put, so let's have a little look what happens when you put 1 egg in. Apart from being magnified, we see it just sinks. It's more sunken like a boot in mud. Okay, now what we did is actually put some salt into these cups. And what do we notice? Well, it's quite clear to see that we have this cup. The egg, you can actually see, is a clear sign, is completely risen. It's that you can actually see. You can see the shell, not with the water on it. And this is just putting salt in. A lot of salt, yes. Now this is actually the middle. Can you see that? Look at this. quite amazing. You can actually see it's not, so it's actually in the middle. How do we create this? We simply put salt like we did in that, and what we did is I'll place you down there. Run like this. Clear water. Put it like that. And we put more salt in. And we head it in the middle. Quite cool and definitely a good trick if you're having a party. Okay, so to end this with the flare, I'm going to jump into a pool, blah blah blah, I'm really cold. Oh, please like, subscribe and comment. Thank you very much for watching. Oh my